Hello, you are welcome. My name is Dr. Kingsley. You are welcome to this class today. I hope you have been following the former classes that I have been dropping. Please do well to ask questions anywhere you don't understand in the comment section. Also, try to subscribe, like, and share these videos. It will help you, to get more lessons, on chemistry. Now, in our today class, I'll be taking us on chemical properties of alkanols. What are the chemical reactivity of alkanols? Very important. The chemical properties of alkanols. Number one chemical property, of alkanols is combustion. Just like alkenes and alkynes, that is hydrocarbons. Alkanols, bonds in oxygen to give carbon dioxide and water. So that is the combustion reaction. They bond in oxygen to give carbon dioxide and water. Example, if we take a C2H5OH, which is what? Ethanol. When ethanol bonds in oxygen, it will give you carbon dioxide and water. So we'll be having CO2 plus H2O. We can balance the equation by putting 3 here, then 2 here, then we have 3. So that is this is oxygen, this is carbon dioxide, and this is water. So when alkanols like ethanol bonds in oxygen, you will get carbon dioxide and water. Of course, you know that we have 6 hydrogens. So if you look at it, you see that the equation is balanced. So the first property of alkanols is combustion reaction, burning in oxygen or in air, to give us carbon dioxide and water. The number 2 property of alkanols is what we call esterification. Esterification reaction. What is esterification reaction? Esterification reaction is the reaction between alkanols and alkanoic acid. So alkanols react with alkanoic acid to give us what? Ester and water. That reaction is a reversible reaction, and it is catalyzed by the acid H2SO4. So that is the acid that catalyzes it. And you have to be conc H2SO4 is the acid that catalyzes that reaction. Now we can take a specific alkanol. Let's say we have we use ethanol. Ethanol is C2H5OH. This is reacting with an alkanoic acid, which is a CH3COOH. So this is what? Ethanol. Ethanol is reacting with ethanoic acid. So when alkanol like ethanol react with ethanoic acid, what will, in the presence of H2SO4, so H2SO4 here is acting as what? As catalyst. It is acting as a catalyst. So when 2 of them combine, you will have a CH3COO, then C2H5, then plus H2O. The reaction can be reversible. That is when you add water to ester, it will give you ethanol and what? And ethanoic acid, if that ester is ethyl ethanoate. So here we have ethyl ethanoate. The ethyl ethanoate is what? Is ester. So it's an ester. So look at it. If we have ROH reacting with R prime, C double bond O, OH. This is what? Alkanol. and this is what? Alkanoic acid. So when alkanol reacts with alkanoic acid, what happens? The hydrogen of the acid will go, while the OH of alkanol will go. So that what we have here is what? Okay, let us use this one as R prime, and this is R. So what we have is R, C, double bond O, then we have O. Then this R comes in, so that I have R prime plus the OH that is going off from alkanol will combine with what? The hydrogen that is going from the acid to give you water, which is what? H2O. So this is the general, okay, reactivity. Now we go to the third property of alkanols. The third properties of alkanol, that is number 3, is a formation of alkoxide. Formation of alkoxide. Now, alkanols, okay, react with strong electropositive metals to give you alkoxide. Strong electropositive metals: aluminium, you have magnesium, you have sodium, you have potassium. Any of these strong electropositive metals can react with alkanols, okay, to give you alkoxide and hydrogen, which means that what? That metals liberate hydrogen, okay, from alkanols. Metals liberate hydrogen from alkanols. That is to say that when we have C2H5OH, which is what? Ethanol, and is reacting with a metal, sodium metal, what we'll have? We have okay, C2H5ONA plus hydrogen gas being liberated. So you can balance the equation. We put 2 here, we put T here, so then 2 here. So the equation is balanced. This is what? Ethanol, which is an alkanol reacting with sodium, okay, to give you this compound we see here is alkoxide. So it is called sodium ethoxide. This one is sodium ethoxide, okay, and this is hydrogen. This is hydrogen. So ethanol react with sodium, will give you sodium ethoxide. This sodium ethoxide is an alkoxide, okay. So that is another, okay, reactions of so the fourth reactions of alkanols, number 4, is a reaction with phosphorus. Reaction with phosphorus halides. So alkanols can react with phosphorus halides, okay. Example of such phosphorus halides is PCl3 and of course PCl5. So any of these can react with alkanols. Now when we have C2H5OH, okay, reacting with PCl3, so it will give us C2H5Cl plus H3PO3. So we balance the equation by adding 3 here. So anytime alkanol react with what? Phosphorus trichloride. This one is called phosphorus trichloride. It will give you haloalkane. Then we can use a PCl5. You are having C2H5OH plus PCl5. What we'll be having is okay, we'll be having C2H5Cl, okay, plus POCl3 plus HCl. So that is the compound that will be obtained. That is the fourth reactions of alkanol, the fourth reaction. Then we also have the fifth reaction of alkanol, number 5, is dehydration. Dehydration. Dehydration is a removal of water. So when you remove water from alkanols, okay, you will get alkenes. So dehydration of alkanols, okay, alkanols, they are dehydrated to produce alkenes. Now when we have CH3, okay, CH2OH, this is a ethanol, and we want to dehydrate it. Dehydration means you are removing water. Okay, this reaction will require acid. The acid is H2SO4. You can also use aluminium oxide. You can also use Al2O3. Okay, aluminium oxide can do. Now, when we dehydrate alkanols, okay, you are removing OH here and you are removing hydrogen here. Okay, so that what you have is CH2 double bond CH what 2. This is a ethene. Remember, when we dehydrate ethanol, we get a ethene. Look at what we have here: CH, H, you have H, CH, okay, H, then OH. So you have the dehydrating agent, okay, dehydrating agent SO4, okay, minus H2O. All right. So now, if you look at this, OH will go from this, while one hydrogen will go from this to give you water. So what you now have is CH, H, you have a double bond CH, you have what? H, then plus what? H2O. This is what? The ethene that is obtained. So dehydration of alkanols will give us what? Alkenes. Now we go to number 6th reaction. Number 6th reaction is oxidation reaction. That is number 6. Oxidation reaction. We can oxidize alkanols. When we oxidize alkanols, we get alkanes. Further oxidation will give us alkanoic acid. Now, the product that is obtained depends on, okay, on the type of alkanol. If you oxidize primary alkanol, you will get what? Alkanes. Then further oxidation will give you alkanoic acid. If you oxidize secondary alkanols, you will get alkanols. Now let me show you what we mean by that. So oxidation. Now let's say we have a CH3 CH2OH, which is a ethanol, and we want to oxidize it. We are using an oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent we can use is K2Cr2O7. We can use KMnO4. Any of them can go. When we oxidize this, okay, what we'll have is a CH3CHO, okay, plus H2O. Remember, this is ethanol, okay, ethanol. You get what? Ethanol plus H2O. Then when you further oxidize ethanol using the same acid, the same oxidizing agent, okay, what you now get is what? CH3 COOH, which is what? Ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. So what we mean by that is when you have ROH, which is alkanol, and you oxidize using KMNO form, you know we can use this. Okay, what you get is what? RCHO. Okay, that is alkanols plus water. Then when you further oxidize, okay, the alkanol, you get alkanoic acid, which is RCOOH. That is alkanoic acid. So that is how you go with that reaction. Now what of when we use a primary alkanol? If we use primary alkanol, such as CH3, CH, CH3, then you have OH. Okay, this is a prop or propan, okay, 2-ol. We want to oxidize it using KMnO4. Okay, when you oxidize, you are going to get, okay, CH3, CH3, okay, double bond O plus H2O. So you see that when you oxidize, this is what? Secondary alkanol. What you get is what? Alkanone. Alkanone. Please don't forget this. It's an exam basic question. You oxidize primary alkanols, you get what? You get alkanol. Further oxidation will give you alkanoic acid. But if it is secondary alkanols, if you oxidize it, you get what? Alkanone. So this is what? This is alkanone. So it depends, the product that you are getting, okay, depend on what you have. Then what of tertiary alkanols? Tertiary alkanols, CH3, CH3, you have CH3, then you have OH. This is tertiary what? Alkanol. If you oxidize it, tertiary alkanols, okay, is not easily oxidized. Tertiary alkanols, they are not easily oxidized. So there will be what? There will be no reaction. There will be no reaction because they are not easily oxidized. So these are the what? These are the properties of okay, the chemical properties of alkanol, chemical reactions of alkanol. Please do subscribe, like and share my videos. Thank you.